welcome back to another episode of our Once Upon a Tiny Farm blossoming little homestead here. And today we're going to do something very exciting and make our very own chicken feed. So this is the feed that we have been using. This is actually the second bag of feed that I bought. The first one was it was a little bit different of a starter mix, but I did some of my own research, and while that stuff is probably got everything the chickens need, I thought it might be a cool idea to make my own feed for them and make my own feed using whole grain, whole foods that will give them enough fat and protein, the same stuff, things that these feeds will do. But by buying the whole grains and foods in bulk, I'll actually be saving money as well, besides just feeding them good, high-quality food, because this is a 50-pound bag. I want to say maybe a little less than $20, something like that, every time you buy a bag like that. And I'll show you what we got. Something I didn't realize was that that bag of crumbles that we have been feeding them actually had soybean meal in that feed, and I didn't realize that, and I kind of want to avoid soy for the chickens. You are what you eat, and soy is most soy are genetically modified foods, and I want to avoid feeding my chickens that kind of food. I want to give them whole organic foods. So that's what we're going to do. And this recipe, I forget the YouTube channel that I got the idea from. If I find it in my notes, I will put it in this in the notes for this video. But mine is going to be a little bit different of what I was trying to do, because this recipe isn't going to have millet, because I had trouble finding it for a decent price. So I'm just going to not add that ingredient. And yeah, so here's what we're going to be using. This flax seed, and we got about 10 pounds that we're going to add. 10 pounds of flax seed. 50-pound bag of corn. £50 of whole oats. Oh, and 40-pound bag of sunflower seeds. I think they'll like that. All right, I'm gonna fill up this. I think it's a 30-gallon tin trash can that I got solely for the purpose of storing the food, so that the little critters out here won't be able to get into it. Easy access. I probably could have done a better job mixing this as I went. Now, all of the oats are at the bottom, and I can't get to them to mix it in. Oops! So, pro tip, don't do what I did and dump each entire bag in all at once, because then it's like impossible to mix all the ingredients together. So, learn from my mistake and do a little bit from each bag at a time, go back and forth and mix them properly as you go, so you don't have to do what I did, which is pour the entire top half of this out so I could mix in the oats with everything else, because the oats were buried all the way at the bottom and I couldn't mix them all. So do a little bit at a time, save yourself some work, like I just had to do. That's what I'm talking about. Whole grain, whole food, healthy chickens right there. I think this stuff looks pretty good. A lot more sunflower seeds than I realized. But all of that ended up fitting in this 30-gallon trash can. So if somebody wanted to do something similar, you at least know you could fit it all in this 30-gallon trash can, because I just did it with all those ingredients. At that particular poundage, it works. Alright. Done. One last thing I'm also adding is something called diatomaceous earth. It looks like this. It's just a gray powdery substance, but it's I forget everything that it's made of, but it's a natural substance that I have been putting in their coop, and the dust actually helps kill bacteria and dust mites and things that can hurt the birds. And this stuff will also it kills bugs that might want to get into their food. So I'm going to put some of this in their food and mix it in just a little bit. I'll just mix it in. So that was easy. You know, with everything going on in the world and the uncertainty with the election and the unrest and governments making certain businesses and items non-essential, like in the state of Michigan, the governor of Michigan decided that all garden supplies like seeds and soil and that stuff were non-essential, so they blocked off those areas of the stores, like in Walmart and stuff, for people that were trying to get their garden started in March. And who knows if that could possibly happen again. So, trying to be proactive and be a good chicken daddy, I have at least taken care of my chickens for the next few months. Maybe I'll give a little update as to how long this feed will last us, so you can get a good idea if you wanted to try doing this yourself. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video. Oh.